This summer I visited 5 cities in Anatolia and the Black Sea regions in Turkey. The first stop was Amasya for a wedding. I shared my trip with all details in the previous 2 episodes. Before I share my other city trips of the year, I want to share the recipes of traditional dishes I tasted so you can try and taste them at home. In Amasya, keşkek is essential for wedding ceremonies and holiday mornings. Meat, chickpeas and cracked wheat is cooked in a stone oven in güveç earthenware pot for about 12 hours. In my Aydın city trip years ago, we cooked the region's version with a local lady. Check the links to watch. The second one is the Amasya çöreği, twisted pastry with walnuts and yellow poppy seed paste filling. They both are a must during holidays, weddings and other special events. As our host also served us this year during the wedding. I will make the keşkek using chicken, which is another option, and the delicious pastry my way. So let's begin. I have this pearled barley, a wheat type I'm gonna use. For a 3-4 person, 1 cup would be more than enough. I'm gonna use 1.5 cups, adding handful of chickpeas and going to soak in warm water. I waited for 1 hour, but it would be better if you have time to keep it overnight. Otherwise, since we're gonna use pressure cooker, it is okay to soak only for an hour. I just washed, drained and added to my pressure cooker, adding more water until it covers all the way. About 1.5 liter in total. I just boiled for 5 minutes and then let it sit for 2 hours until the wheat, the barley has popped a little bit and gets softened. I'm going to add 3 drumsticks. You can also use 2 thighs with drumstick together. Add some salt, about 2 teaspoons. And more water to cover again. And now going to cook in pressure cooker for about 45 minutes. Here how it is look. The chicken pieces are soft. I can easily remove the bones, as you can see. I just collected the meat and get rid of the skin and the bone parts. And separate the pieces as much as I can, as you can see. It was very easy till now. And the hardest part is this one. You just need to mix everything until it becomes combined, sticky and like a puree. I got help from my husband here, and we use traditionally this kind of big spoons. They have even bigger one to cook for hundreds of people during weddings or events. For us it was enough to mix for about 5 minutes. Our keşkek is ready to serve. I will only need to make the beautiful butter and tomato sauce. Next, the walnut poppy seed pastry, cevizli haşhaşlı burma. I'm going to make a simple yeast dough with 1 cup each lukewarm water and milk. Adding 1 egg white, keeping the yolk for top. And about 30 grams fresh yeast. You can use 1 tablespoon active dry yeast and 1 tablespoon sugar, about 3-4 tablespoons olive oil, First, about 5 cups of flour. I'm gonna begin to knead my dough. After a bit mixing, I added 2 teaspoons salt and continue to knead, adding more flour until it becomes a nice, smooth, soft dough. I'm gonna cover and let it rise until it doubles. I'm gonna use this poppy seed paste that I bought from the street market in Amasya. They either make it with poppy seed paste or only using walnuts, which they also have beautiful kinds. So if you cannot find poppy seed paste, use finely processed walnuts. In total, I used about 1.5 cups of poppy seed paste and close to 1 cup walnuts. Normally they pound the walnuts until they take out the oil, so it becomes a paste, and then mix it with a vegetable oil. I'm using mix of vegetable and olive oil. The mixture became a spreadable paste and we are ready to shape our dough. I transferred my dough into lightly floured surface and going to cut it into 6 pieces and turn them into balls. If you have time after shaping into balls, rest them for 10 minutes for easy rolling, and using less flour, just roll out the dough as much as you can into about 20-30 centimeters in diameter. You can use oil a bit to stretch the dough. It will be easier and better than using flour to make our çörek softer, and spread from the poppy seed and walnut vegetable oil filling. Get another piece and roll out in the same size on the countertop and cover it again, and continue to repeat the steps until all the pieces and the filling is finished. After placing every layer, you can stretch the whole layers all together a little bit to make it bigger and bigger, and make sure to keep it even on the sides so it will be easier to shape. I have all 6 layers done and stretch it a little bit to make a square. Cut it from the middle and place the half on top of the other, and now we have 12 layers. I rolled out the dough a bit with the help of the rolling pin at the end. To place my çöreks, first I wanted to use the baking tray. Then I decided to use a smaller one, a rectangular like this, to fit perfectly into the pan. Just get a strip about 3-4 centimeters wide and twist like this. You can stretch a little bit to fit to your pan and then place it next to each other. To make perfect even strips, I cut it from the sides, but it is actually not necessary. You can just continue to cut and fill the pan like this. I freeze the excess çörek part, the dough, and going to cook it another time. Just brush it generously with the egg yolk and let it rise in the pan for about 20 minutes and cook in preheated 190 Celsius degree oven until it is golden color on top and bottom. It took for about 30-35 minutes for me to cook. It was perfectly done. You can see the layers, beautiful nutty flavor, a little bit salty and not sweet. The crust is crunchy and inside is soft, really delicious. Look at all these layers, beautiful. And I'm ready to serve my dishes. I heated up the keşkek and place it in a big serving plate. And to make the sauce, I melted some butter with about a tablespoon of tomato paste. It is optional. You can use only paprika if you like. A little bit vegetable oil. Cook for about 30-45 seconds. Add some paprika and pour over the keşkek. It might not be traditional, but the grapes that we collected from my mom's vineyards from Cappadocia was a perfect company for both keşkek and haşhaşlı çörek. So give it a try and share your comments with me. Make sure to watch the Amasya episode and stay tuned for the upcoming city trips and traditional recipes. See you next time. I'm in Çorum city. We're gonna see dishes famous in Çorum. Kaç saat?